Hey puppies! Welcome back to Curiosity. Today it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a great one. Episode 6 begins now. Today's episode is going to change the world completely in a massive way. Today we're finally going to be doing our first build of some sorts at least. So, last episode we made this. And also this. Last episode we started our mine. Oh, it was a fun episode. Found a lot of things down there, including quite a bit of iron. But today's episode, what we're going to be doing is finally making a crop area for us to farm things like wheat, and also doing up the mine a bit. Crop farming. Let's talk about crop farming for a second. How do you farm crops? Like, what is a crop? Well, a crop is something like wheat. It's also something like beetroot, potatoes, carrots. Please tell me I have carrots. Do I have carrots? No! I love carrots so much! Something like wheat, potatoes, carrots, beetroot, and maybe something else. Oops, wrong button. And maybe something else I can't actually remember. There could be something else. So let's talk about crops for a little while. Well, I mean, for quite a bit of this episode, that's kind of the point of the episode. But, crops. How do you farm? Well, to put it basically, there are so many ferns over here. Wow, we're so rich in ferns. Better than iron, it's ferns. So, how do you farm crops? Well, that actually depends a little bit on what crop you're farming. So let's say, how do you farm wheat? Wheat is the good crop, you know? Everybody knows wheat, it's the classic crop. Have we ever crafted a hoe in this world? I don't think we have. So, to plant things like wheat, what you're going to need is actually a brand new tool. The hoe. 2 sticks and 2 items, you know, whatever you're going to craft it with. It could be wood, don't craft a wooden hoe, it could be diamond if you want to go crazy. But you're going to want a hoe of some sorts. Then you're going to want to find ground that you're plowing on. Today we're going to put a crop farming area in this spot here. Then what you're going to want to do, sorry I can't speak, is right click on some dirt like block, take some wheat seed, which you can get from things like punching grass, and then right click on the block and you plant it. You also get this advancement called a seedy place. Plant a seed and watch it grow. It's in husbandry. Where is it? There it is. So when you right click on something like grass or dirt, it turns into a block called farmland. When you right click with a hoe, sorry. And now this is a wheat block. Now right now, if we were to harvest it, we'd only get seeds because we just planted it. But it will grow up very slowly into wheat. And then when we break the wheat block that's fully grown, we get 1 wheat and also some wheat seeds. Now, a thing about this is it's going to be very, very slow. Like, this will take a long time. But there are ways to speed it up. Sleeping is not one of them, but it is a good idea. So, the other crop that actually has seeds is beetroot. As you can see, it looks slightly different, so you can tell them apart. So, don't think about why that one's darker right now. We'll explain that in a little bit, but... So, potatoes. What we're looking for now is some potato seeds. How do we get potato seeds? Wait a second. Well, think about potatoes in real life. Is there such a thing as potato seeds? No, there isn't. There's no such thing as potato seeds. In fact, with potatoes, you just plant the potato. It is the same with carrots, but we don't have any carrots! I mean, I'm okay. So, how do you speed up crop growth? Well, there's the simplest way to speed up crop growth. Well, I guess the simplest way is bone meal, but one of the most common ways to speed up crop growth is actually with irrigation. Now, if you look here, these 2 blocks of farmland, these 2 look different because they're irrigated, as you can see here. And the targeted block, I know there's a lot of information, but moisture 7. Basically what that means now is if it's within 4 blocks of water. So if we look here, let's say this water source, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, I actually don't know how it's getting irrigated. It seems too far away. Maybe this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one, this water source is close enough to be irrigating this farm. I don't know about that one. And that one will get irrigated in time as well. I don't specifically know the numbers right now, but irrigated crops do grow quite a bit quicker than dry crops like this. They will still grow if they're not irrigated, but also the thing about irrigated farmland is if I was to right click like that in its dry state, if we didn't have any water in it, this would eventually turn back into dirt. But if it gets irrigated before it turns back into dirt, it will stay like this forever. And this won't turn back into dirt because it already has a crop on it. So, we kind of need more wheat seeds. Do we really only have 1 seed? Something else to know about crops is how they like to be planted. Now, I think technically the most efficient way to grow a single crop is you have one farmland, you plant it in there, it's irrigated, and it is surrounded by a ring of 8 blocks of irrigated and empty farmland. I think that's technically the most efficient way to grow it. But one great way to do it is in rows. So let's say if we had more wheat, we'd make this whole row of maybe 8 blocks long or something was wheat. And then the next row, we made it all beetroot. And the next row we make, yeah. So, I think what I'm going to go with here, would I do like a circle or something? Maybe we'll do rows. I'm going to do rows. So, I have one there. You cannot hoe this, but I think if I... you can't hoe... You can't turn podzols directly into farmland. That's annoying. And so I think while those are farming, we're going to take a little bit of a break from crops. We will come back to them in a sec. But I think what we're going to do now is work a little bit on making this look like more than just a small stone room. So for that we're going to need some spruce wood mainly. For a second I thought I didn't have any spruce wood and I was like, what? How is that even possible? So, let's see, how far can we go here? Nice, so that's the ceiling. To do stuff, but I'm thinking first off, we do is have some beams coming along in here. Also, how good we do have a furnace here. I'm actually going to do something brand new and unbelievable. I'm going to smelt up some cobblestone into stone. So when you mine stone, you get cobblestone, but you can actually then smelt cobblestone back into the stone, which is very useful for building and decorating and things, and also for crafting a block we're going to craft in just a second. So now I've got 8 regular stone. As you can see, we get a lot of new recipes. Building blocks, buttons, pressure plates, stone bricks, all kinds of cool building and decorational blocks. But also, if I get myself an iron ingot, here we are, we can craft this. It's called a stone cutter, and as dangerous as it looks, it is actually kind of like a crafting table, but only for stone, especially for stone. Look at this cool thing. Plus, it just looks awesome. That spinning blade, unfortunately, does not do damage. But if I come here and I put this cobblestone into there, now you see in this UI it has we can craft 2 cobblestone slabs, 1 cobblestone stair, or 1 cobblestone wall. So those are special blocks, and the stone cutter is very useful, especially for stairs, because if I was to go here, we're going to have to do a bit of maths here to work this out. But look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cobblestone turns into 4 stairs. Now that's not a 1-to-1 ratio, but in here, it is indeed a 1-to-1 ratio. Now, and that's what we're going to use. We're going to put some stairs in here so I can get up and down a lot easier. Ah, nice, what I can actually do. Good. Give me one extra block of space, because this is getting annoying. So, I'm thinking cobblestone in here, probably with deep slate mixed in, because we have a lot of that. No, not up here. We do have a bit up here, but not a lot up here. But we do have a lot of deep slate, which is amazing. This stuff is awesome looking. We could probably make the whole wall this kind of randomization. That is it. One full mining room complete. I love it. I might want to bring the stonecutter in there. But there's small details that we could do in there, but yeah, generally all done. I think the torches actually work quite well as well, which is good. Neat. I love it. Very nice. I forgot how fun building was. So, in here, more beetroot has grown, but sadly no wheat has grown yet. And beetroot's pretty useless, to be honest. There's not really much you can do with beetroot. With potatoes, you have the cool stuff of that you can bake them. But yeah. You don't get that with beetroot. You can make beetroot soup, actually, now I recall. You can make the beetroot soup, but beetroot soup takes up an entire inventory slot, so, like, it's not really a good... It's a good food source, but it's not good, you know? Like, it's way too hard to carry a lot of it. And you're gonna need a lot of it if you want to, like, you know, eat. Seriously, sugarcane is growing so quickly. So, let's say you've just built a crop farm in your world. Maybe you're mid to late game, and everything is growing so slowly. You hate watching plants grow. I mean, that's fair. That's pretty fair. But perhaps you want a new way to speed up crop growth even more than planting in rows and irrigation. Perhaps you want a way to forcibly defy nature in its essence and just rapidly and intensely speed through crop growth. Well, today is the day that you are lucky if you are mid to late game, because there is an item in Minecraft called, stop falling in the river, called bone meal. Bone meal is crafted from 1 bone into 3 bone meal. Those are the ways to get it, but that's the main way, I guess. As you can see, it also has a bone block, which is an amazing decoration block, and it makes white dye to dye things white. But the main use of bone meal is to speed up crop growth. Let's see, this wheat block here is at age of 3. I think it needs to be age 7 to be fully grown. If I right click with 1 bone meal, bam! It advanced all the way to stage 7. Wow! Bone meal is the fertilizer. It instantly speeds it up. It won't instantly complete every crop, but it can speed up crop growth. And now it is all this wheat is golden and brilliant. We can harvest some and put some there as well, and we can use this remaining bone meal. Bone meal this, and bone meal it again, and bam! Look at that. Amazing and super speedy. But, well, the other thing is that we don't have many bones. I have, I think, 8 bones now. Yeah, only 8 bones, so we can't really use bone meal right now, sadly. But if you have something like a skeleton farm, it can be a great idea to use a lot of bone meal like that. I actually just cannot stop admiring this room. It's so simple but so nice at the same time. And we can easily get up and down to the mine. Brilliant! It's also more fun admiring this build than watching crops grow. What are the sweet berries of it? Good. Well, here, tips with Ninja on how to decorate outside. Number 1, coarse dirt. Number 2, rooted dirt. Number 3, coarse dirt again. Oh, it's so beautiful. I mean, now, it's different because the ground is podzol. Oh no! Wait, I can't just go coarse dirt? What am I supposed to do if I can't just spam coarse dirt? What the flip am I gonna do? If you live in a grassy area, such as like a plains biome, or a forest, or a jungle, or anything like that, especially a jungle, it can be really good to put in something like coarse dirt or rooted dirt into the ground to break it up a bit. Maybe even both. But unfortunately here, we have podzol. Now, the reason you do the coarse dirt and rooted dirt is because it breaks up the harsh green of just a sea of grass. Have we seen a pillager patrol in this world yet? Have we actually seen a pillager patrol in this world yet? How much true villagers that I have left? 27. It's iron sword time, puppies. We're gonna go take down a pillager patrol. The shield as well. 55. That's cutting it close, though I don't want to lose a shield out there. It's also shield time, puppies. Okay. So, in the case that we haven't seen a pillager patrol before, this, dang it, is a pillager patrol. They spawn a group of mobs called pillagers, which have crossbows, and they shoot arrows at you. Very dangerous. Their leader, which we actually can't see right now, he might be out of range distance or something. Could have gone around that iceberg. He wears a banner on his head, and if you kill that guy, you get a special and dangerous status effect called Bad Omen. So hopefully we can go and fight those. Now, they spawn rarely, just randomly in your world. But they aren't too dangerous, and you can just wait for them to walk past, especially like that guy. They must have spawned like out there and then just walked out into the ocean for seemingly no reason, because they're just random mobs. But I do like to fight them most times, because we can't just let pillagers walk through our land and then just leave. These guys are evil. I mean, look at them. They're grey and weird. They have crossbows. Their name is Pillager. Are they all despawning? Did they literally just all despawn as I came over here? You should have stopped them, polar bear. Okay, they will just despawn. I'm going to craft some spruce fences. Now, fences have a very cool property of the fact that you cannot jump over them normally. Look at that, you can't jump over it. Magic! It's actually just a giant hitbox that's actually 1.5 blocks tall, but that's not the point. And they also connect together and make a nice fence line, so we'll probably do that there. Probably over here, try to like, we're not trying to make an area where you can't escape from, but fences are great for that. We're actually just gonna, yeah, try and make this area look a bit better. Bushes in here would be great as well, which is exactly why I'm going to go spend more iron on these trees. So, leaf blocks, if you break them normally, you get, well, possibly nothing, maybe a sapling, maybe an apple, maybe sticks, but if you break them with shears, you actually get the leaf item. You then place down, sorry, tree just got demolished, and you can build with it and make nice bushes. Very good, very handy. Be able to pick up the leaves. I can't imagine terraforming outside if we couldn't. Well, if we couldn't get leaves, that would be crazy, especially like oak ones. So if I stack a bit of this, even just something as simple as that, bam, look at that, how much it elevated the area.
Elevation through terraforming, sir. And actually a hypothetical elevation rather than an actual elevation of the land. And altitude of the exact ground which we would state is in the area.
What do you want to do? Now, let's say you have a little bit of a beetroot farm on the side of your rest of your farm. You know, you have like we have here, we have a row of beetroot here. Now, I'm okay with collecting a bit of beetroot. A beetroot is okay, but what about the beetroot seeds? Like, I have a bunch of beetroot seeds. What am I gonna do with them? Well, there's one good answer, and that's lava. That's water. But you know, lava. Normally, pre 1.14 at least, you just get rid of them. Put them all in a chest, or like just burn them. But thankfully, in 1.14, we got a far better option than just burn the seeds. We actually got a brand new block. The stonecutter was also added in 1.14. We got a brand new block in 1.14 called the composter. If I make some spruce slabs like that, there it is, the composter block. Now you can't craft it with 6 because the Minecraft recipes are stupid and they want to be mean to us. But there we go, the composter. Composters not only look cool, but if we place them down, get some biodegradable items such as, actually, something like beetroot works. I think oak leaves would work, these sweet berries would work, the sugarcane would work. So if you have an excess of plant material, then this is actually a good way to do it, but mainly things like seeds are great. If I right click with these seeds, as you saw, now we've got a little bit of podzol in there. We get free podzol. It's actually even better than podzol, but it is funny that we're in the podzol biome, and, it is podzol. So it doesn't always raise a level, and there is a chart on the wiki, which is a great chart. It gives you the specific chances of every time you add an item into here, because it differs with the items, for it to add a level. But now I don't think we're going to see it right now. Composter level 3, yeah, I think we need 7 levels, but at 7 levels we get something very, very special inside of it and very useful to us. Now this area is starting to look a lot better. The empty farmland is a bit boring, but it is starting to look a lot better. Now, I have a brilliant idea. I have finally going to solve my biggest problem in life, loneliness. No, actually, no, not that one. Consistently falling into this little strip of water here. I keep falling into it, like, literally all the time. I cannot stop falling into it. But if I put some fences here, I can still get through if I want to. See? I can't get out of it! I can still get through, but generally, I'm not going to fall in, because I just basically need to train myself to stop trying to jump over there. More beetroot. AKA more composter levels. Brilliant. Do is actually get something like some cobblestone slabs. And you can actually use cobblestone slabs as little locks. Look how much it's elevating the area again. And it's also useful for getting over things. So if you have an incline in your area, it's good for like sneaky ways up. Like this. Now we don't have to jump. We just go. Oh, well, I put that in a bad spot, but you know. So there we go, now we have little blocks, a little bit of variation in there. Another thing you can use is mossy cobblestone. Mossy cobblestone, mossy blocks, they are divine, absolutely divine. Mossy blocks are unbelievably beautiful. I could go on about them all day, but mossy blocks are great. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of mossy blocks. Or, well, basically any, unfortunately, because that pumpkin's in a bad spot, because, well, to make mossy blocks you need vines. Now, I don't think we have any vines. I have 4 mossy cobblestone though, so I could put that in like a little boulder over here or something. But yeah, just rock piles like that around can look okay. That's a bit big, so like, in some areas that might not work, but that's okay because it's in the corner. Things like that. Maybe it would look better if this was just all water. Probably would, yes. Another thing you can use to make rocks, which look very much like rocks, are little stone buttons. Stone buttons are amazing. Now you will need regular stone for this, so you're going to have to smelt it up or use some touch, but look at that, it totally looks like a rock. Boom, it's like this tiny little rock on the ground. It's great. Awesome. Then you have little rocks. Now, other things we could do. And 1 tree gone. I also got a lot of wood from that, which was nice. So, that tree is staying, definitely. All the trees, a lot of trees in this area are staying. Totally. Also, dead bushes must always stay as well. Even more important than ferns is the dead bushes staying. So now what I think I'm going to do, put in... What I might actually do in here is put a pool of water. Why are all my tools breaking all the time? Because they're just stone! Get some iron tools! I'm like, always complaining about when my tools break. I don't know if I'm always complaining, but yeah, I do complain about my tools breaking. And I insist on just using stone all the time. Which is funny. Why are my tools breaking? Is that just stone? They have 131 durability. Oh yeah, that's true. A bush there, maybe a dead bush there. Looks okay. Some more ferns in here. Man, imagine the day when we can put saplings down and they don't grow. Like we can do something to stop that. I mean, come on, we can make kelp not grow these days. And that just makes sense, because kelp just goes up to the surface and looks ugly like that. But we can't stop saplings from growing. Just make us be able to right-click on shears and they don't grow. Please! That'd be so cool for decorating and stuff. Because then imagine that, and it just sits there and, like, it doesn't grow into a huge tree and wreck everything. Thank you for coming to my rant about how saplings should be able to not grow. Whoop. Oh, and I remember that actually now. Sorry, I never said this. I never gave you the important warning, but if you jump up and down, if you jump or land on farmland, it turns into dirt. It turns back into dirt, even if it has a crop on it. So you have to be very careful when you're doing this to not, yeah. That's why you might want to keep animals out of there, because they can just wreck everything and just, you know, just... Suppose you have like a bush or something, then they just walk off and just bang down onto the, not there. Maybe there? No, not there either. Mossy cobblestone slabs. Seems good to me. Bring out this land a bit. Seems good to me. This land up there, so everything's okay in the end. So everybody is fine with the We need a more permanent bridge. I mean, it's 2 blocks, but we still need a bridge. Ah, another thing for decoration. Sweet berries. Sweet berry bushes are pretty good for decoration. Whoops, I did not mean to replace the fern. No! And eating, that kind of tasty too, you know, that tastes sweet. Oh, I did it. But let's see what happens if we fill up this compost here. Never mind, it's still got a row to go. My bad. But that's, yeah, pretty much it. I hope you've learned a little bit about how to decorate... What? Bro. About how to decorate an outdoor area in Minecraft. A little bit of terraforming tips and tricks. Oh yeah. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode. We also, of course, cannot forget what we did in our mining area here. A very nice spot, if I do say so myself. And yeah, the first really nice area of the world. I'm super happy with it, and I enjoyed making this episode. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you in the next Ninja Puppies video. Bye bye!